When you have a healthy ingredient like a green gram, what do you make something that's equally healthy and nutritious? Well, I can think of an idli and an upma. I can actually think of taking an idli and then converting that into an upma. What do you say? The name is Siriyali, extremely traditional. Let's begin. Well, Siriyali for the uninitiated is also known as chillies or Siriyali. It's actually a recipe which is absolutely home style from the homes of a place called Rajamundry, which is on the banks of the sacred Godavari. You first actually take the green gram, make a paste of that using a couple of spices, and we'll see the rest later. The next component is making an idli out of it. We literally steam that. And the third component is tempering the idli, breaking it down in pieces and converting that into a healthy upma. Surprised, right? Let's begin with the first component, which is taking the green gram and making a paste of that. Let's do that. Well, we take the soaked green gram and transfer this into a mixer jar. To this, let's add in some roughly cut red onions, a couple of green chillies, a knob of ginger, peeled and roughly cut, a touch of turmeric, a touch of salt. The next step is to make a paste without the use of water. With this, our component 1 is done and ready, which is making the paste of green gram. Now, you will not require any water in this for a very simple reason, because the green moong or the green gram has actually absorbed a lot of water. And also, if you remember, the red onions in the recipe, chili, ginger, they all have water in some quantity or another, which is enough to make this paste perfect. The next step now is to line an idli mold and make little idlis out of these, steamed. 10 minutes is just about perfect. Similarly, let's line the other. Let's turn the flame of our steamer on. Without burning your fingers or scalding them, we place this carefully. Top this up with the second layer. While this is going to take 10 to 12 minutes to steam, let me also give you some alternate tips here. What you could do is you also get a dhokla plate in your steamer generally. You could make a flat dhokla. Just ensure that the toothpick or the checking needle comes out clean. Alternately, you could also bake this 200 degrees Celsius for say around 15 to 20 minutes. The whole idea is to ensure that the cake or the dhokla or the idli is perfectly cooked. It's not going to rise literally like an idli because the batter is not fermented. It's a quick batter. And also there's no leavening agent. There's no soda, there's no ENO, no fruit salt, no yeast, absolutely nothing. Plain, nutritious and natural. Let's wait and watch. Let's have a quick check. And with this, of course, the flame as well. Let's take a toothpick, let it slide in. And if it comes out clean, that's your test for the perfect idli. Let's scoop these moong idlis out carefully. Let's move on to the third component, that is the tempering. Before this begins to heat, let's add in chana dal and along with this, black gram. You always add this in ghee or oil, which is slightly cooler. So as it keeps getting heated, it'll start turning golden brown in color. Else, it'll stay raw in the middle and burn on the outside. While this is kind of cooking, let's quickly cut our moong idlis into little pieces. Once these turn golden brown in color, time to add in some green chilies. Once these crackle, add in mustard seeds and cumin seeds. And along with this, some curry leaves. Time to add in a diced idli and stir this well. And with this, of course, the flame. And now finally, before serving, some freshly squeezed lemon. A quick mix. With this, ladies and gentlemen, our Siriyali is done and ready. This is as traditional and as ancient, wisdom-wise, a recipe as you can get. Now you can also make this recipe with some leftover idlis, whether they're made with rice as traditional as rice or ragi or multigrain or whichever idli. On days when you actually don't know what to do with idlis that are left over, this recipe is just about perfect. Just on a parting note, well, optionally, instead of ghee, you can also begin the recipe with coconut oil and end the recipe with some freshly grated coconut and coriander leaves. And there you have the most amazing green gram upma ready to serve your family and friends. This is me, Varun Namdar, signing off. Bye for now.